Hello again, it's only me. I'd like to start off by saying sorry for my first video. It started out as a test video because it was so sunny I couldn't see what I was doing. And I never even said hello, so hello. And welcome to my channel, Grow and Tell. Now I chose Grow and Tell because YouTube is basically one of the biggest, if not the biggest, show and tell forums, for want of a better word, in the world. So that's how I got my name for my channel. Now, when I first started looking up how to grow veg and veg channels on YouTube, I came across one called Homegrown Veg. Now, he's a smashing chap, he really knows his stuff, and he grows stuff in a greenhouse and in raised beds, and he also grows stuff in 10-inch pots, which are these. They're basically flower buckets that you can pick up at any florist or supermarket, a lot of the times for free. Sometimes you just pay a few pence. And as you can see, that hasn't got any drainage holes in, so they'll need to have some put in before I can use them. But anyway, this chap, Homegrown Veg, he basically grows anything in those pots, including potatoes, which is what you, sorry for the wobble. And what you can see there, this variety is Home Guard. I've grown them before and they're actually not too bad. They're a first early. Now these are in pots, and you're probably wondering why they're in carrier bags. Well, if you pop over to his channel, you'll find out why. Basically, it takes the guesswork out of wondering whether or not your plants have produced any potatoes. Because all you do is you lift the bag out of the pot, slowly peel back the carrier bag, and see if you've got any. If you have, you can harvest them. Or you can just take a few and let it carry on growing. Or if you haven't got anything, you carefully put it all back into the pot and leave it for another week or two. So I got that handy tip from him. Next door we have International Kidney, and these are growing in 30-litre buckets from a company called oaklandgardens.co.uk, and I got that tip from another channel called UK Here We Grow, which was started by two chaps called Tony and Brian. I've also got a group on Facebook called UK Here We Grow with a lot of really nice people with a lot of tips and hints and advice on how to go about doing stuff. And then I have a third variety called Sarpo Mira. Now I've never grown them before, and I was going to put them in some tubs, a bit bigger than that. These were I think 40-45 litre, but because it didn't look like they had much growing room, I decided to use that little bed there, which was going to be a cold frame, but I haven't got around to finishing it off, so that's where my Sarpo Mira are going to go just for this year, and I'll see how they do. See if the extra room will help give me a really good crop, because they're a blight resistant variety. They're also a main crop, so I'll just wait till the foliage dies down for harvesting them. So that's my potatoes, and then got my little potting shed. Now in there I've got some French climbing beans called yard long, and because they do better indoors or in a polytunnel or greenhouse or what have you, me and my other half are going to make some A-frame, well, make an A-frame to go around the bean poles, and then cover it in some UV resistant polythene to see if that'll help make a better crop, because they don't do very well if they're just left out unless you get a good summer. My leeks are just starting to pop through. You can just about see the little white lines there. and I have got some dwarf runner beans. Now, I posted on Facebook, on UK Here We Grow, about these particular dwarf runner beans, because I ended up upending the whole tray with them on when they were quite young. They were only just popping through. And another shout out to Ali Bull. She wanted to know how they were going to get on. Well, there you go. I think I lost 2 out of the 12 that I planted. But no, they're coming on leaps and bounds. So, hello Ali. Now, those 4 beans there, they're another dwarf bean variety called Canadian Wonder. And the rest of them are growing down there in the middle. You can just about see. Now, these 3, I haven't got a Scooby what they are. They're a mystery. Got a funny feeling they are a tomato plant. I'm growing 2 varieties. And I think they could be Red Alert, because not a lot of them popped up. And I got rid of the compost, recycled it into my peas, which are just starting to come up, and that's where these mystery plants were. So I potted them on and see what happens with them. Now, these are my do-it-yourself pea guttering, made out of 2 milk cartons that I've had one side cut off, and then they've been joined together with, you can just about make out there, with some duct tape. So that's my homemade pea guttering. In front there, I've got some cucumber diva. Now, the one on the end's looking a bit sickly, and I think that might have got that dampening off virus, I think it is. And it's where basically the stalk starts rotting. And behind, I've got another tomato variety called Roma. That's a good cooking tomato. Then I've got a mini pot sweet corn. And I've got some more showing a sec. And right at the front, I've got 4 Red Alert tomatoes with a few more sweet corn. And then here's the rest of my sweet corn. And they're doing really well. I'm going to start hardening them off during the day and hopefully get them out in a couple of weeks' time. Now, these either side of the Canadian Wonder dwarf beans are another variety of cucumber called Crystal Apple. It basically resembles an apple, so I've never grown that before. It's supposed to be a heritage variety, and I'll let you know how they turn out, whether they taste any good and whether it's worthwhile growing any more. And then I've got a little shelf up here with a few bits in. The black pot, if you can just make out behind, got a few more peas in. Got some Chinese chives, which one of them's poked through. That one there, a bit dark, I do apologise, is Glaskin's Perpetual Rhubarb, which I've grown from seed, and I'm well chuffed about that. So I'll let you know how they do. And then I've got spring onions at the front. Don't ask me why only half the tray's popped up. There's only a few on the other half. Then I've got some Figaro shallots. And then I've got my dwarf kale. Ooh. Yes, there is a frame in the garden. And I'll go into that at another time, but there you go. And underneath I've got a few more bits and pieces growing, some more shallots, got some cabbages and Brussels I've just sown yesterday, some purple sprout and broccoli, and then a pot of another guessing game of what are they, because I have completely forgotten, and a few more sweet corn. So there you go, that's my shed. Those are my potatoes, and that's probably enough for me for now. Probably bored you to tears, and I shall see you another time. So ta-ta for now.